Hello everybody, Agnes Paco is here again. I am really sorry I wasn't making video films in the last few weeks. I was mostly very tired after coming home from work. But I did some sewing, and as you can see, I put together most of the blocks, so the quilt top now is almost ready. Last time I showed you my block of the little houses. I actually added one more to this row because I needed the size. Maybe you remember the block of the flowers on the top there. I showed you this line of the colorful squares that are standing on point. I put them on the right side, but the other blocks are actually new. I remember mentioning the wonky stars. So here I made 3 wonky stars that are in a row. The middle is a center. In the center is a square that is put together from the smallest possible scraps. And then I made strip sets and I used them to make the legs of the stars. So here are 3 in this corner, and I made 4 smaller ones, and they are in the opposite corner. I think they are really cute. Sometimes I feel like I should have done the whole quilt from wonky stars. Well, anyway, what I was feeling that there is quite a lot of white in this quilt, so I needed some bigger and more powerful color. So I made a block here, which is again these wonky little squares, and then I added a frame with one color to each of them, one different color to each of them, and then I sewed them together on the diagonal. So this is kind of maybe the most powerful element in the quilt. And then I filled up the space between the blocks with white, but I didn't have big white pieces, but I didn't want all white either. So I added tiny little colorful spots, dots, or tiny squares here and there, and then also a long strip. I'm not very happy about this strip. I wanted it to be a bit narrower, but I think it works. Then I made this block out of some more strip sets. I think it's really cool. And then my favorites are these tiny little pinwheel blocks made of really small half square triangles. Can you see how small that is? So that's how far I've got, and there is one more block I want to add, and that is the tree block, if you remember. Let me get it and put it there. It's going to come here in the bottom like that. So now I am just thinking about whether I want to make another block there in the corner, or maybe I just want to make a whole row of trees. So continue this tree row and make it all the way. I don't know yet. Let me show you what I have left. So here I have a box that I like these big and flat boxes. So, and my slippers are here. So this box is full of little leftover strips, blocks, offcuts, and tiny white scraps. And there are also white pieces just sewn together. And some of these blocks I made for the background. I made more than I needed. So these are like little leftover blocks. In the shoebox here I have all the leftover colorful pieces. I cut up quite a few squares. These are 6 centimeter squares and 7 centimeter squares. And then I have a few more not very big pieces. I have some colorful strips. I just started pulling them out because the plan is that I'm going to make a Scrappy all colorful border around the whole quilt, and that's the white I have left, which is not very much, but and some of them are really narrow pieces and just tiny pieces that were cut off. And here I have another box, or it's a tray, that contains some more white or off-white and grey and black and a bit darker grey, and some, but not too many, these kind of patterns that are black and white and grey with some very little other colors. Maybe, yeah, I have some beige and purple and what, some green, yeah. So I am thinking of using this pile for making kind of a monochrome pattern. Can you hear my iron in the background? So I am planning to make a black and white and grey shades pattern, and not a wonky one, but a more regular block quilt. We will see. I'm looking at different possibilities, but I'm thinking I would like to just make something simple. I'm getting a bit tired to be honest. And the thing is with this quilt is that now I'm thinking about how to quilt it, and I really would like to start doing other things. So I did actually quite a lot of sewing in the last few weeks. We have a little girl in the family who has just filled 3, and I made a quilt for her. I haven't had the opportunity to hand it over yet. And this is also a Scrappy quilt, because these animal figures, they come from quite a small piece of curtain that I got in a second-hand shop. The blue I had in my stash, and the background fabric is also from a second-hand shop. I think this was a curtain originally. So I made this also for my own purposes during these few weeks. So I'm not 100% sure how I will finish this or how I will quilt this, but the end is near. So keep your eyes on this place. And if you have any questions, would like to know how I did any of these blocks, let me know and I will try to answer. All right, see you later. Bye bye.